Cody, what would you like to add to the conversation, bro? How you doing?
Oh, I'm fine, man. I'm just
And
coming.
real quick.
Mhm.
We're gonna address ideas, not people. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna try to keep it clean and respectful. So I just wanted to go ahead and put that out there. Go ahead.
Well, I came at the butt end. I was really talking to my dad and stuff with the situation that's going on. You know, that's water under the bridge. Back to the situation at hand with this.
Well, more like to the. Sorry to cut you off. To more to just like the slave farms. Have you heard? Did you know much about slave farms?
Yes, I'm from New Orleans. We have a lot of plantations not too far from here in New Orleans now,
Yeah.
in New Orleans area. One example is the Whitney Plantation. You can go get tour. You can go get a tour at a plantation up in the Whitney Plantation right now.
Mm, mm.
So, because they had a lot of revolts, at that time, as I told you earlier, in that area.
Did you? Were you aware? And I'm not sorry. Were you aware of like the kind of like breeding practices, like the whole like obviously like we all kind of hear about like the buck breaking and all that and like that part, but like were you aware that it was as large of a money maker as it was?
Oh yeah, you talking about billions of dollars, man. I was listening to what you were saying. I was listening to
Yeah,
the first part of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think one of a lot for me one of the biggest points, and I think one of the points that I think a lot of people missed was how large of a part of our economy that it was, and how much it was monetized. You know what I mean? Like the fact that they mortgaged people. They mortgaged. So it wasn't even just like they like right because they insured slave ships on the way over, so on and so forth too. I think people are kind of aware of that, but I don't think that they really kind of are aware of the mortgaging of human beings here. Wrench, what would you like to add, bro?
Yeah, bro, you spot on. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say Wells Fargo played a big part as far as the insurance policies on slaves and even some of the mortgages on them. But another thing too, this even plays into the Civil War, right? We know that the Civil War didn't stop because the country all of a sudden gained a moral compass and wanted to right their wrongs. It was more along the lines of the South was becoming wealthy because of its cotton exports. And then hence the Union looked at it and said, hey, the South is becoming a little, and being somebody who, like I said, is from Texas, we know that I'm gonna tell you how this shit is it was so prolific. It was so the county that I live in right now, and when I'm in Texas, so I'm in Texas now, normally I'll be up in Kentucky. The county that I live in right now, when I did research, this is where my family is. So I was born in Dallas. I stay in one of the suburbs of Dallas. This is where my family were on a plantation at. I was going to pick up some steel about a year or two ago. And I went down these back roads and I came out to this road, bro, and as far as I could see, it was nothing but cotton fields. In the county where I live. So this shit is not this shit is not so long ago and not so foreign. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even though I know that kind of deviated away from what we were talking about with the sister, I want to bring it back to the point that the reason why this is so important and the reason why the history is so important is because they have been married to a system that implemented all of this. And when we try and tell them they've been married to this system, it comes back to, well, no, not really, because and it turns into this moving target. I'm gonna show her what accountability looks like. Everything she said, the guys are having kids with these women. I've done that. I've been a Pookie and a Ray Ray. I've matured and I'm somebody who lives differently now. But what I can tell you, being somebody who's been on both sides, a high earning guy and a guy who's been a Pookie in the streets, hustling, doing his dirt, I know exactly how to act right with women. And it's not, and it is not being an upright guy who just really wants to have relationships and really wants to get married. It's being a real nigga who would text her in the middle of the night, like, wake your dog ass up, start an argument, and then clean it up, and then can go over there and smash.
Right?
No,
Right.
that's a certain type of woman.
Look,
I think certain women, they don't go.
You texted me right now. She even laughing.
Who?
You.
Oh,
you
your
just
friend?
texted me.
Oh,
No, I
your
think
friend.
you did.
Oh no, I think it's a certain type of woman that likes that garbage. I
What
don't
type?
think that. I don't feel that self-respecting women goes for that madness.
Even now.
I think self-respecting women, you want a reciprocal relationship, and it's about compatibility, respecting one another, having a friendship that you can go somewhere, you do things, and have a loving relationship. I don't think that now you have some people, because I do have some friends that like I don't know if you want to call it masochist, some type of that likes that
Real nigga.
trauma, that
Real nigga.
degeneracy. It is the people that goes for that. I would be disingenuous if I said some women don't like that, but it is. But I think it's a particular type of woman that
How many?
caters to that. I don't know how many. I don't know. I can just tell you out of my personal experience, I have maybe 2 friends that likes the drama.
We're not doing like, we're not
Okay,
like,
well,
if you had to
then
put a real number on it, what do you think it would be?
I mean, I don't take a survey on women, how many women like for your this. I don't know.
Because the odds aren't in your favor. You do understand that, right? Like the numbers are not like what you're saying. What you're saying, it sounds good, but but the reality is that all of this, the data and statistics are completely opposite.